Campervan diaries. Well, this could be my last Campervan diaries. So technically we could move back in. The putting concrete down, but you need a driveway, right? And it's like sandy. So concrete's down. We also we bought some grass, established grass to put down so that on the sand, so that keeps the sand down a bit. I'm going to get into this little guy in here. Oh. What happened there? There we go. Getting into here. Getting our green powder and some collagen. Whoops. Very, very glad the lid is on well. Hey Debbie Sue, how you going? Just talking about how technically we can move back to the house, Debbie Sue. And Kirsty, how you going, Kirsty? Kirsty and Debbie Sue, I think you know each other, don't you? Before I do it, yeah, yes. But I just like to be, it's like introducing friends to each other. We're meeting up for a cup of tea, right, Debbie Sue? And it's just, and Kirsty's joined us, so we're just going to say hello to each other. I'm sure you do know each other. If you don't, let me know and I'll introduce you. I always do this and I go, and then they're like, introduce, right? At the moment we're having green powder. Tripod is in the car, so we're using. Debbie Sue's got one of these. These are amazing, amazing. So I was just saying, everyone's saying hello, 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 hello. Just saying, yeah, so we put down some grass, not fake grass, real grass. We bought some. And so that has minimized all the sand. Yes, I love mine. Excellent. So when I come visit you, Debbie Sue, I don't need to bring my own, right? I can just use Debbie Sue's. So that has been really good to minimize the sand, because sand means it ends up all through the house, right? Upstairs. So, and then the next step was, when the house got lifted, the screen, we have security doors a security door in our bedroom that goes out onto the deck, and it smashed. So technically the house has not been lockable. Put these away. How rude, I should have brought you with me. There we go. I fight the cupboard to get it down. There we go. Shoot that back in there. Oh. First of all, let's do this. I love these singing bowls. I'm not very good at doing it, but I think I can't do it very well because I think this is very thin now. I think we've used it too much. But you're supposed to go around. Has anyone got one of these? So calming, isn't it? Debbie Sue, have you got one of these? Look. The sound is just amazing. And when you do it when you're lying in bed, so Diego and I will take turns. Mostly it's on Diego's side of bed, so he does it. So when he does it on his side of the bed, it vibrates through your whole body. It's amazing. But oh, you need one. Kirsty, you haven't got one either? Oh my gosh, I thoroughly recommend one of these. Do some research on it. There's apparently very holistic kind of ways, because I'd rather the holistic ways than the medical ways, that this can actually heal you. How? I don't know, but I go to a place called the Temple, which is an old church, and they actually have practices where they come and you lie on the ground and they walk around and they put it next to your ear, they go over your body, and you can actually feel it. You can really feel it. So like We bought one. Diego was fascinated by it. He bought one. I believe this one costs, I mean, this is a bit bigger one. You can get really big ones, you can get really small ones. I think this cost about $200. It's some special brass, and it's got the like the namaste kind of stuff on it. But they sound amazing, and I think there's definitely something in it, because many people swear by them, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. Like, we do it at night time. Our practices right now has not been good because it's been sitting down here. Oh, whoops. And when you're lying in bed, you can't reach it. That's Diego's side. My side's the other side. And so what we do is we tap it, and then we say to each other 3 things you're grateful for at the end of the day, before we go to bed. And it's a really nice way to finish the day, like to have, especially the singing bowls going through your body, and also like to tell out loud what you're grateful for the day. I think it's a really nice practice to do. I have heard of healing vibration. Yeah, I mean, I don't swear by it because obviously I haven't done it myself, but I reckon it does calm your body. And sometimes I'm pretty stressed through the day, and then at the night time I just cannot wait to have the singing bowl. Like, I'll even go into the bedroom and I'll hit it just to kind of not numb out, but feel better. All right, so Debbie Sue, we have something special for you today. Okay, let's use this as a tripod. Let's move this back. All right, tripod. So, well, calling Debbie Sue first. Calling Debbie Sue. Hi, Fitzy. How are ya? Calling Debbie Sue. Bring, 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 bring. Are you there, Debbie Sue? Are you there? Okay, so this is for Debbie Sue and whoever else wants to listen. And, if you don't understand, it doesn't matter. Evie, hello Evie, how you going? Okay, so just in time, Evie, we're doing a Dancing with Dora live, and I have a cool outfit on just for Debbie Sue. I have like thermal leggings because it's cold. I have it's a dress that I'll wear as a nightie, and I've got a jumper over the top. We call it sweater, jumper, whatever. So let's dance, dance, dance. But we shake it up, don't we, Debbie Sue? Shake it up, shake it up. Shake it up, now, baby, now. Twist and shout. Shake it up, now. Twist and shout. 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 Shake it up, baby, now. Twist and shout. We did it, Debbie Sue. It worked. Okay, now we're nice and warm. Now, you'll note, I've got the door shut today, guys. Kind of shut. Oh, the campervan door has been open for like the last 3 months because it's been, we're going through, we went through summer, now we're in autumn. Oh, cute Dora. Shake it up, baby. There you go. That was for Debbie Sue. So let's sit down for a second and let's drink our drink. Calm the farm. Oops. So this is Campervan Diaries, so welcome. I realised this morning we've actually been living in the campervan for 4 months. We arrived in the campervan around the 8th. Let me have a look at the calendar. The 8th of January. It's the end of April. I had no idea. I didn't realize. I thought it was only 3 months, and I thought 1 month of that 3 months I went away to Indonesia. So we arrived the 10th of January. Wow. The 10th of January. I can't believe it's been that long. Can you believe it? it went back. It did go really quickly. The trip to Indonesia went too quickly too. But isn't it amazing? Like, sorry, I'm just going to pull my hair out. Oh, you know what's really, really good is to give your hair a bit of a massage. Oh. And it also feels really good too. All right, let's drink. Hey, Miss M, how you going? Is there Susan there too? I miss Susan. And someone else is there. Okay, I need glasses now. Give me a second. All right, now I look more official. Okay, and there's help cats. Amor Vincent, live to you. Okay, cool, thank you. Live to you too. And Debbie Susan said, D, I can get you some tea done by Sufi Guidance somewhere. Hello, these beautiful people. Yes, Susan has a fridge. And you know, it's so Susan left me a message yesterday. Well, she left me some texts, and she was so excited, and she told me this beautiful story of her and Paige putting the fridge magnets back onto the new fridge, and Susan telling her all this, the stories about, this fridge magnet's from, Kent, and this is what we did in Kent. And I thought that was so beautiful, Susan. Like, it warmed my heart because, to go back down memory lane is such a beautiful thing, and to incorporate your daughter, who hasn't been to some of those places. Well, she's never been to England, has she? No, has she? Paige hasn't been to England, has she? I said hello to Miss M, didn't I? Miss M, I said hello. I'm sure I did. So Debbie Sue's got, hi Miss M. I really did good today. You did really good today. We were travelling and lost signal, so I missed the last couple of minutes of your live. Em, you did a live? Oh, I'm excited to know about this live. No, she's never met her family. Oh, so this is even more special because you were telling all the story, right? Susan, did you tell her the story about... I'm laughing. Does everyone remember Wig Ventures? We're going to bring back Wig Ventures, okay? And Debbie Sue, you're definitely going to be involved in Wig Ventures because last time you just had your surgery. So, but Susan came on and did Wig Ventures with me, and she told this funny story of how they went to the pub, and when they got home, the car was wedged in between these trees, and they couldn't get the car out, and they don't know how the hell they got in it. No, the plane's funnier. That's funny too, but the drunk story. Did you tell her the drunk story? Probably not. Because I'm sure Paige thinks her mum is like very, very prim and proper. Hey, Lauren, how you going? Everyone is saying congratulations to Miss M. So can someone tell me the story about Miss M and her live? Tell me about your live. What happened? Okay, wait on. Can I look it up myself? Hold on, let me see. Can I look it up? Miss M. Miss underscore M. Oh, 96. I never remember people's full... Okay. I don't have Wi-Fi. Let me see if I can get onto Wi-Fi. How are you, Lauren? Okay, I can't get onto the Wi-Fi now. Okay, that's all right. Someone tell me about Miss M's live. I'd love to know. She knows it. That was a funny story, Susan. Funny story. So guys, we're doing Campervan Diaries, and this could well and truly be my last Campervan Diaries. So, first of all, I can't believe that it's been 4 months. A, that we've lent a caravan for 4 months. B, that we've stayed in my friend's backyard for 4 months. C, that has taken this long to renovate a house. And most of you guys go, yeah, no duh, right? It takes a long time to renovate a house. And D, how time flies, right? Crazy. So Susan's got here. Yes, Kirsty, the fridge arrived. It's exciting. It has a temperature display and beeps if you leave the door open. I've moved into the modern age. I love that. But you know what? Susan also said it's the simple things, right? So a couple of days ago, I was cleaning. Miss M, you were there. I was cleaning out my fridge in the house because it had been left vacant for like 4 months, right? And it was full of mold and sawdust and lots of different things. And I was thinking to myself in that moment, actually, I was pretty much, because, oh, hey, Matt, how you going? It was me talking to myself a lot of the time. And I was saying to myself, you know, isn't it interesting, the simple things in life? And Susan will get this, and I think a lot of you will get this, that sometimes the simplest thing, like cleaning a fridge, or like for Susan yesterday, you know, moving her stuff into the new fridge. I mean, you know, to say that to someone, oh, you know, I had so much fun, you know, cleaning my fridge out, or, you know, moving my new fridge in. A lot of people just go, oh yeah, whatever. Take it for granted, right? But, you know, for Susan, how exciting. She's got a new fridge. I mean, that's exciting. I mean, I think those simple things are so important, right? So when I bring it back to the caravan, like, you know, it's easy to complain about the fact that, you know, it's cold in the caravan. And I'm going to be honest, if I'd shut the door like a week ago, I'd probably be a lot warmer. But we've left the door open. This is the first time I've closed the door in like 3 months. And it's so much warmer. No dirt. I even had to close the windows last night. But I guess back to the story of that, you know, simple things. You know, it's easy to complain about things, but when you break things down, like, you know, a simple cup of tea. How much do we cherish a cup of tea? I mean, for some people it's coffee. Like, I know Susan loves coffee. Who loves tea? I'd love to know in the chat. Who loves tea? Who loves coffee? Who's a coffee? Who loves tea? Miss M did a live today. She was really nervous to do one, but she did so good. I'm so excited. I really want to see this live. Miss M, that's okay. We got to chat for a while anyway. Everyone's saying hello to Matt. Okay, so M's done 2 live streams. Well. Miss M, congratulations. I'll have to check it out. Yes. So Debbie Sue's even said here, yes, a new fridge would be exciting to me. And you know, is it the age? I mean, is it the age that we find a new fridge exciting, or cleaning out a fridge, or, you know, or the simple things? I don't know. Or is it because we're living in such a fast-paced world now that when we do slow down for a couple of minutes, like me sitting down is really important, because I could stand up and, you know, a lot of the times I'm just standing up and talking to you guys. But, you know, when I sit down, I'm actually looking after myself too. I'm like sitting down, chilling a bit, having some green powder, a drink. Okay, let me see how many people like tea and who loves coffee. Nothing makes me feel better, absolutely. Tea for Matt. Tea for Matt. So tea. Matt, how do you like your tea? If I was inviting you over, how would you like your tea? You love both, Miss M? Tea for Kirsty? I know I know it's Susan's coffee. Don't forget to like. Likes are free. Thank you, Matt. I love tea. Oh, so we are nearly completely a tea live, guys. I feel like I need to pour myself a cup of tea. I will in a second. Miss M is doing well. She's done 2 lives now. Wow, that's great, Miss M. Matt, you have to fake it till you make it. Exactly, Miss M. That's what you do. I completely faked it till I made it. I don't know if I made it, but, you know. But I think sometimes you do. That's what you have to do. I'm really proud of you, Em. That's really great. Next, Miss M, coffee shop, right? Coffee shop job. I'm drinking tea now. What kind of tea are you drinking, Matt? Because it is nighttime for you. So are you drinking like a calamine lotion? Calamine lotion? Are you drinking calamine lotion? Calamine. Calamine? Oh my god. I don't know. My words just don't come out in the morning. You know what? I think there's a lot going on in my brain at the moment that a lot of things aren't coming out. Lee, hello Lee, how you going? 5 likes. Thank you very much, Lee. Where are you from, Lee? Clap, clap, clap. Where are you from? Lee Sung Soon. Welcome into this. At this age, oh my fridge. My old fridge was 26 years old. Yeah, so what have you done? Did they take your old fridge away, Susan? Crazy. Is that the exchange? Like they gave you a new fridge and they took your fridge away? Because how you take it away? It's not like you can cut it up and burn it. Susan's both. Tea white, 1 sugar. Okay, but what kind of tea are you drinking, Matt? I love tea. Coffee depends on how I feel. Lauren's got here. I just realised I'm drinking iced tea. That's great. Susan's got here. I have 1 coffee in the morning, then tea after. Okay. So really, you're a tea person, Susan. So Susan's birthday's coming up, guys, next week. Wait on. What day is it? What is the date today? 29th. Calendar, Mr. Calendar. Susan, is your birthday on Monday? Dora, you've made it. Well, I think we've all made it, right? We're surviving each day. I woke up this morning. Yeah! I mean, that's an amazing thing to be grateful for, right? We made it. I made it. I woke up this morning. Some people didn't wake up this morning, right? Debbie Sue's just said, I just finished drinking a black tea. I'm going to join you in a second. Yum lotion. Em, I know that you like my... Someone has to get my quirky sense of humour or my mistakes. Hey, JB. JB is joy, isn't it? You're having a matcha. A matcha. Well, welcome in, because it seems to be like a tea live right now. I'm going to quickly hurry up and drink this and then we can have a tea. So we are talking Campervan diaries this morning, but I'm off track. I'm just always off track. Yes, I had to pay $50 to take the old one away. You know what? That's probably really, really good value, because you could be stuck with that fridge for a long time. I'm drinking a standard tea. This one is Morrison's own brand. Is that a really popular brand in the UK, Matt? Well, I am going to go. I think my parents want to go for a walk. Bye. Enjoy your walk, Em. Everyone's saying hello to Joy. Okay, so Susan is a tea person. Okay, I'll take that back. That's good, Susan. It's just that, isn't it interesting? Because most times when you text me, you're always talking about your coffee. I've just had my coffee. So I think you prefer coffee, because a coffee seems to be like your favorite thing. Like in the morning, your first thing you do is coffee. It sets yourself up for the day, and then you drink tea. But coffee is your most exciting thing, right? Exactly 7 days to my birthday. The 6th. Oh! May the 5th be with you. The 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. Okay, so it's the 6th. Okay, so that's Wednesday. Wednesday is Susan's birthday. Susan, YouTube, birthday. I call Susan YouTube. That's what, when Susan rings me, it's got Susan YouTuber comes up. I actually don't have any other Susans friends, so I don't know why I put YouTuber at the end, but anyway. Yorkshire tea is nice. I know it's not from Yorkshire though. Oh, that's interesting. So Yorkshire tea is Kirsty's favourite. Okay. And we have Bernie? Bernie? In full of chaos and uncertainty, to understand God's love, please read your gospel on Donald 4:5 through to 4:7. Let us know what can you let us know the verse? Does anyone know the verse? I'm curious. You can copy and paste it in there if you like. Bernie? Everyone's saying bye to Am. So Joy says, I love matcha, but quite a few calories from the cream and little sweetener. Yeah, okay. You know what? I haven't really got into matcha. Does anyone has any? I mean, I know Debbie Sue loves her tea. Are you a matcha person, Debbie Sue? It's a supermarket brand, Matt. I ran out of Yorkshire tea. Coffee is my ritual, yes. Just like this is my ritual, right? Yorkshire tea is the best. Susan, can I ask you, would you say you're English or would you say you're Australian? Okay, Joy, why are you having a laugh at Bernie? Is that verse something that I should know? I'd love to know what that verse is. If I could get my phone going, just let me. I'm trying to tap into the house Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm tapped in. Okay, let me look it up. Let's see if we can look this up. Okay. Gospel of Donald. Wait. Is Gospel of Donald talking about Donald Trump? I don't think there's a gospel. Is there a gospel of Donald? I don't really know, but I'm just presuming. Are we having a joke about Donald Trump? And I've gone on a wild goose chase looking for something? Yeah, there is no recognizable biblical text or recognized religious document known as the Gospel of Donald. Okay, we're not going to get into politics, but I'm having a giggle. Okay, thank you. So Debbie Sue doesn't like matcha. I love a malty biscuit brew also. Tea is a life I dread without. Oh, honestly, I am obsessed. Like now, this is my routine, guys. This is my tea life. This is my teapot in the morning. Then I fill my tea up. Then I also have this one. So this one I pour into my takeaway cup, which is in there somewhere. I pour that in. So on my drive, I have my takeaway cup. I keep on pouring from this one. And then through my day, I'll drink out of, I pour this one into my takeaway. And then on my way home, whatever's left over, I put it into here. And I drink it on the way home. So I drink a lot of tea. I don't know if that's because it makes me hyper. It just makes me happy. So you know what? It's probably better than Coke. It's better than Pepsi, Dora. It's better than Pepsi. Glenn. Hello, Glenn. Glenn is Susan's mate. Welcome in. We're talking about Campervan Diaries at the moment. We're sitting in I don't know where you're based, Glenn. Are you American or Australian? For some reason I think you're Australian. Are you familiar with a Jayco pop-up camper? That's what I'm in right now. We've been living here for 4 months. I had no idea we've been living in it for 4 months. Laughing because I'm in the States and laughing or crying every day. Chaos and crime. Okay, yes. Well, the joke was on me. I actually looked it up. But though I did think that when you started laughing, I thought, I don't think there's a Gospel of Donald. And then I realised. Okay, I drink coffee or tea, black, no sugar. That's why we're friends, Susan. I'm a teaholic. I'm thinking with you, Matt. That's why we're friends. There might be a Gospel of Donald in the ridiculously overpriced Bibles Trump's is selling. Okay. Yeah, I understand why, Joy. Bernie says here, my dad was saying that archaeologists are digging at the White House ballroom looking for the lost scrolls of Donald. Oh, you're from Iowa. Ottawa, sorry, Ottawa. You're from Canada. Wow. Welcome in from Canada. Okay. I try not to get into too much politics stuff because I don't want to insult. But it's... All right, we're done. Right, we're having breakfast, guys. Let's do it. And then we're going to talk about... Oh, we have a cup of tea first. Okay, we boiled the kettle before. Let's do our routine because we're going to get ready because I'm going to work in like 45 minutes. So my tea of choice is Madura Premium Blend, made in Byron Bay. So love the stuff. Oh. Okay, we need to reboil and put some more water in here. Okay. You know, talking about simple things in life, guys, something really exciting. So we got a new kitchen at the house that's been renovated, and this is the first time I've had one of these nozzly things, you know, at the sinks. I don't know the word for it, but then they have this nozzle thing that you pull off and you can like shower it around. I don't know what that's called, but I call it a nozzly thing. I'm so excited about the nozzly thing. Simple things in life, right? Simple things. All right, let's get our breakfast and let's pull out our lunch. I have a really nice lunch today. Look at my lunch, guys. I've got salad, got the whole rainbow connection here. Got yellow, red, green, purple, orange, purple, oh no, radishes. Oh man, that's a beautiful that's a beautiful lunch. And we're going to pair it with, we need tuna, can of tuna, and we have a frozen freezer. My little lunch box. I need to get a new lunch box. It's literally falling apart. I love my lunches, guys. Love my lunches. Lunchtime is so exciting for me. There we go. Oh. And I also need to take a fork. A fork. A fork. There we go. No. I just can't help myself. Okay, we have coconut yogurt, berries, yum. Let's put all the washing up away. There's my takeaway cup. Alright, we need yogurt. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to We're just going to use this. We don't have to dirty a plate then. Mm. Sultanas. Trying to heat everything up so that we can, whoops, get rid of everything. We have some pepitas. We have some golden linseed, flaxseed. Then we're going to put everything back, otherwise everything doesn't go back in and everything's a mess. Whoops, 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 whoops. Alright, then we put some that's what we're looking like so far. And we also have a kiwi fruit chopping board and a knife. It's a very, very soggy kiwi fruit. The doctor told me that I needed to eat a kiwi fruit a day. I still can't remember which vitamin I'm down with. Well, not down, just a little bit low. And she said, if you have a kiwi fruit a day, that will help. I love kiwi fruit. Okay. Let's wash them up. Got to put everything away, guys, because otherwise it just becomes chaotic. That's definitely one of the things I completely recommend about living in a camper van, is putting things away. Alright, let's make our tea again. So that's kind of half warm. So we've got our takeaway one. I put my takeaway one to half because by the time I get out to the car, that'll be cold. And then I top it up with one of these ones. Hold on, that's that. There we go. There we go. Then we fill up this one. Put the lid on this one. That's ready for later. Let's refill this one that we can have with our breakfast. Jigger, 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 jigger. Then we've got to fill up this guy. So I pour this one into here. Try not to spill any tea, which I just did. Whoop, and did again. Refill again. And we're nearly out of tea. Nearly out of water. That's okay. Jigger, 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 jigger. Jigger jigger. I always make sure that it's not going to leak, because do you know how many times I've leaked tea all through my car? A lot. There is a lid somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. Take this guy out. We're just going to put him, hold on, let me just clean this down a little bit. Put him there, put his lid on. This. Alright, then I put that over here. I'll get some water later on. My lunchbox ready. Right, now I need something for a tripod. That can be a tripod. Alright. Let's have breakfast. And let's talk about Campervan diaries. Anyone got any questions about living in a camper van? First of all? Oh, I forgot honey. Always gotta have honey. Honey is so good for you. It's a bit chunky, but that's okay. Chunky, chunky. Chunky, chunky, chunky. Mmm. Yum. Okay. Cheers, guys. Okay, I'm far behind in the chat. I believe you guys have just been having a chat, which is lovely. So, let's continue with Campervan diaries. I think it's getting old, like, you know, saying that, you know, what's been good, what's been bad, because I think everyone knows what's been good. Like, Diego and I sitting across from each other having dinner. The other thing was obviously, you know, seeing my friend Mel pretty much every day. And then obviously the negative is not having a toilet. But we have a toilet inside. Kirsty's got here, what will you miss about the Campervan Dora? Good question, Kirsty. I think I'll miss the adventure, because I really do feel like it's an adventure living here every day. It's like I'm excited. I mean, at the same time, I dread night times because I drink too much tea at night, which means I need to go to the toilet in through the night or early in the morning when it's really cold. Like this morning, I had to go to the toilet about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was trying to hold it. You should never hold your pee. So bad for you. Last week I started feeling a little bit weird down there because I was been holding pee. So don't hold your pee. Very bad. So to answer your question, Kirsty, for me it's like the adventure. Like, I mean, I've always wanted to do a van life experience, and last year, so Kirsty, in the UK, do you have Jayco? You guys have Jayco in the UK? Jayco is a brand of caravan. I know it's in America. I know it's very, very, very popular in Australia. It's a brand of caravan and vans these days. And caravans and vans and trailers and all different kinds of things, right? Well, last year they had a competition. And this is before we decided to actually book in this actual lift at the house. we've been planning the lift of the house for like about 6 years, but we've been putting off doing it because we knew we had to move out of the house. And you know, moving out of the house is a big deal because, like, where are you going to live? It's going to cost a lot of money. Yeah, all those things, right? So we've been putting it off. And then eventually we just bit the bullet, right? So before that happened, in Australia, Jayco had a competition. They were advertising. They called it the greatest job in the world. What it was a year salary of $65,000 a year. You get the use of a camper van or trail, whatever they give you to suit you. Obviously the petrol to run it. And basically your job is to travel around Australia and be a Jayco correspondent. So can you imagine? That was like, wow. So, of course, Dora had to, you know, apply for the job. I talk about manifestation. So Kirsty's got here, we are hoping to convert our next car van to make it suitable to sleep in. Cool. It's so much fun to sleep in a car. Car camping's so much fun. So I applied for this job along with many other people. So it's a job plus it's also a competition, right? Because the idea is you had to make a 1-minute video telling the world through a video why you'd want to be the Jayco correspondent and where would you like to go in Australia in the Jayco. So I made 3 different versions and I put it on my Facebook page and I got all my friends to vote which one they thought was better. They chose one of them. And yeah, I sent it in. And yeah, I manifested so badly. Like so much. I saw myself. I felt myself. I saw exactly where I'd go. I saw the van I'd be driving. Sometimes with Diego, sometimes with myself. And yeah, I manifested so much. I was so disappointed when I found out. Like, it took like 5 months till I told you who the winner was. So obviously I didn't win. But guess what, guys? I'm living in a Jayco. So, did I win? No. But did it turn out for the better? Probably better, right? Because if I had won, I would have had to be like traveling around. Yeah, Debbie, so it's funny, hey? It's like, be careful what you wish for, right? And Lauren on this channel, guys, is really into manifestation too. And I'm a big manifester. And, you know, that's what they say. Be careful what you wish for. Because look what's happened. I've been living in a Jayco for 4 months. Totally, Debbie Sue. Turned out better. Turned out completely better. Like, so much better. Like, you know, we're living in my friend's backyard. You know, and I get to live my normal life, but out of a caravan. Has it been good content? Probably. I mean, it's been different, right? Like, I don't often do lives from my house. Sometimes I did. But this has been fun doing it from a camper van. So, yeah. Big believer in manifestation. And, wow, I got my van life. Not for a year, but for 4 months, right? That's crazy. So, back to what Kirsty said, is like, what will you miss most? And yeah, I will. I miss Campervan Diaries and, you know, it's different, right? I guess that's what I'm kind of saying. Adventure is different, right? Like, as much as, like, you know, it's a pain in the ass to go to the toilet, right? But how cool is it that we've been living cooking on a barbecue every night. I've been waking up in the morning, doing my morning routine in the camper van. I look at my, remember that day? That was so funny. Like this morning, I went and had a cuddle with Diego. This morning I went to the toilet at 5 o'clock in the morning and it was so cold. I jumped into his bed because he's so warm and I'm so cold. And, you know, it was cute. I've gone out to YouTube. You're so cold. Stop complaining and warm me up. So, like, you know, he was so warm and I'm so cold. And it was just nice to snuggle. And I said, how have we not, you know, we haven't slept in a bed for 4 months together. We literally have been separated. So it's been, you know, that's kind of cute too. I mean, couples don't need to sleep in the same bed all the time. And it's quite cute. It's different, right? Diego would probably say that he's having better sleep without me. Because I move a lot in my bed. I get up and I get a bit late. That was amazing. And now I can just chuck it away. Chucked away. Not really, but you know, I'll deal with that in a second. Do you use... So Lauren's got here, do you use a particular method of manifestation, Dora? I like robotic, affirming, and I try to take 10 minutes a day to visualize. No, I don't do any particular manifestation. I think I've probably learnt quite a few different ones, but I've never heard of that one before. Can you tell me what that means? Robotic, affirming. So is that like... So the first time... Okay, let me tell you about a story when I lived in Mexico, where I had a girlfriend called Doris. She was partners with one of my good guy friends from work, and he would drive me home from work, and sometimes he would take me to his house, and I would have like afternoon tea, I guess, with him and his wife or partner. And Doris and I became really, really good friends, and she taught me about manifestation. And her manifestation, her way, was to affirm by writing. So like, for example, you know, I am healthy, I am wealthy. You know, you would write that, I am healthy and I'm wealthy. And you'd write it 20 times on a page. Actually, she said 100 times. So I've still actually got the pads that I used to write on. And some of the things, I can't remember off the top of my head what I used to write. I'm talking, this is like 26 years ago, guys, when I lived in Mexico for the first time as a 25-year-old. And yeah, it was a beautiful time in my life because it was kind of the first immersion into manifestation and affirming and affirmations and, you know, saying things out loud. So I read the book, The Power of Positive Thinking. So that was probably the first step of my manifestation, because in The Power of Positive Thinking, I don't know if anyone's heard of the book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. He's actually a minister. It is a very religious book, so if people are religious, they might not enjoy it as much. But I think if you're open-minded, you will really get the concept of the book. It's not really about religion so much, but just using positive words. And some of the phrases in this book, like faith, power, works wonders. Faith, power, works wonders. Do you know how many times I said that word? That verse, faith, power, works wonders. Faith, power, works wonders. So like in my working life, most of my life I've been in sales, like sales representative, like sales rep, commission only jobs. I used to sell timeshare in Mexico. So, you know, I would have to, you know, go into a presentation to, you know, random Americans or Canadians basically, or people from the UK actually. And before I met the customer or the client, or we used to call them the up, I would sit in the back room and I would like visualize, and in myself I would go, faith, power, works wonders. Faith, power, works wonders. All things are possible with God's help. I would just say all these verses in my head, and I would, you know, just go over them and over them and over them. And I would, you know, like I would like go like this. I would kind of like, this is my thing. I'd clap, and that just kind of breaks breaks something in me, and it just kind of gives me energy, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And it doesn't matter what sales job I had. Like after I came back from Mexico, I think I was, at the year 2000 actually. I came back to Australia, and I started getting into sales repping jobs. And, I'd cold call. That was my job. I'd cold call and I would sell stuff. And in the car, I'd be like, faith, power works wonders, faith, power works wonders. And there's just all these verses I would say out loud in my head and visualize. And like, visualize shaking hands with someone, like, closing the sale. And so I don't know. I don't know really what that, I'd love to know more about that one, Lauren. So Joy's got here, I'm happily divorced and having my own room is delightful. I'm sure, I'm sure. If Diego had his choice, we would both have different rooms. I snore, he snores. I don't hear him, he hears me. So you got a micro camper, just a bed on wheels, Matt. Cool. Everyone here is absolutely brilliant. Of course they are, Matt. Do you have an Instagram or anything, Matt? It sounds amazing. Yeah, Matt, do you have an Instagram? Yep, that's very similar, Dora. Robotic affirming is when you either say or the same thing over and over. Okay, all right, I get you. You can do it whenever you remember to. Doing dishes, cooking, showering. Yep, yep. I love that. Cool. I've never heard of that before. That was called robotic. Excellent. So I've got to say, I have a notebook that, I sometimes will write down, and I still do the verses. I might not do exactly 100, but I'll write down a whole page if, like different things that I'm a bit worried about. And I'll just go, I am not stressed. I'm not worried. I would just write some phases down, and I would just write them down until I got it into my head that, I'm not stressed. I am not worried. Everything will come, that kind of thing. I think it's a beautiful thing to do. Susan got here. I've got out of the habit of trying to manifest. I need to start again. Yes, Susan, you need to start again. I'm waiting to get a new engine to sort out my camera out. We are wonderful people, Susan says. Of course we are. Dora, my camper. So Kirsty's subscribing to Matt. Yes, we should be all subscribing to each other. Joy, I'm going to make you a moderator so you can check people out. I don't make people moderators to, to moderate and get rid of the trolley people, because I don't really care about the trolley people. I think, a view's a view. And sometimes I give some nice banter to the conversation. But I love that you guys, if you have the blue handle, you can click on each other's names. So like Kirsty, if you just click on Matt's name now, well, I think you can now. Well, you've already been a moderator. But Joy, for example, if you want to click on, Lauren's channel, you can click on her and then you right click on it and it says go to channel. Dora, click on my thumbnail. I can't in a live. Because this is VW. It's a combi van. So I'm not on a computer, I'm on a phone. Anyway, guys, I have to quickly get ready. So you guys can keep on talking. I'm going to make sure that you can't see anything. So where I choose my clothes. There you go. You can't see anything. Yep. So you guys keep on talking. No, Dora, it's a Festiva? Are you serious? It's a Festiva? Wow. Yeah, no problem, Joy. Check each other out. If you right click on everyone's blue handle, you can check people out and then subscribe to them. So, what is today? Wednesday. What are we wearing today, Dora? What are we wearing today? Clothes would be handy. Well, I'm going to go straight over to the house this afternoon, so I'm going to wear my changed. So I've got my lunch packed, I've got my teas packed. All thing I have to do is get my waters, and then we're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. So guys, I'm just going to do a shameless plug. I'm doing a series called Spilling the Tea. There is a playlist. If you go to my playlist, it's a live, but I do it horizontal. I do it the chat, like I do with this chat. More about telling a story. It's while I drive to work and I'm drinking tea, which, you know, sometimes gets spilt, hence why spilling the tea. But also it's a double meaning. It means, you know, telling you stories. And, you know, I've been telling you travel stories. Last week I told you some naughty travel stories. And this week I've been telling you sweet travel stories. I think I've only done one so far this week, or have I done two? I don't know. I normally just do two a week, but I don't have a set time, so that's why you just go. They're only about 20 minutes each. Some of them might interest you, some of them might not. But, you know, have a look. Because, yeah, I really enjoy doing them. I think they're a fun way of me telling some funny stories of, you know, on travels. And yesterday I was talking, and Debbie Sue was there actually. I was talking about picnics. And guys, I had the most fabulous picnic yesterday afternoon. I'm going to make a video of it in sooner or later. But can I just say, creating a life that you don't have to run away from is my goal in life. And I'm getting closer to it because yesterday I saw turtles like I saw in Indonesia. I saw lizards like I saw in Indonesia. I saw wild animals like I saw in Indonesia. I had a picnic like I did in Indonesia. So I had a really, really good day, and that was after work. It only took me an hour of my time, but I felt like I was on holidays. So, you know, moral of my story is what came out of yesterday spilling the tea was, you know, we can all have adventures every day. You know, you just gotta, it's your perspective, I guess, and the way you look at the life. Maybe I just look at life a bit differently, but I just think that we've all got it in us, right? We all want to have fun. I mean, life is short, man. Life is really short. All right. This shirt I washed when I was overseas. It's become very, very big. So it's only a casual day today, so I'm wearing my leggings. I'm wearing two different kinds of socks because I've lost one. One's a thick sock. That's a thick sock, and that's a thin sock. I think. Two different socks. Well, my feet were cold this morning, so, you know. All right, I'm going to brush my teeth. Put my raspberries away. Close that up. That's got to be rocked away. That's rubbish. Wash, wash, wash. That's rubbish too. I can't wait to get back to like normal routine because I keep my tea bags and I put them in my planter boxes. So I got to wash up, guys. I was going to brush my teeth, but I can't brush my teeth till I wash up first. So let's wash up. This is washing up with Dora. So, no, just finishing off Campervan Diaries, guys. Oh, we've got... Hey, Gary, how you going? We've got... It's not Bellhop today. It's YouTube Police, which is Gary. Hey, Gary. Still in the campervan, Gary. It's been 4 months in the campervan. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. So, just finishing up Campervan Diaries. I must say, I feel like it's a privilege to be on YouTube and to share this experience with you. Like, I hope you've enjoyed the experience of, you know, me living in a camper van. There's going to be a lot more videos coming out from living in the camper van. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't shared, or I have shared. I've probably overshared. But yeah, not everyone watches my lives, so I will make out some videos. I'm in the process of making a video right now of a morning that I didn't do a live. There is apparently a morning that I didn't do a live, guys. I think one of the other things that's really been quite good for me personally, living in a camper van, is cleaning up after yourself. When you live in a house, you have lots of space to put shit everywhere, right? And that's in the way, just move it into another room. When you're living in a camper van in such a small space, you can't move anything because there is nowhere to move it. So you have to actually get rid of it. Like, for example, this rubbish. It doesn't fit in my rubbish bin here. So I actually have to take it outside of my rubbish bin, put it at the door. Crap. Then I just tripped over my own bag. That's what I mean. Small spaces, right? But you tend to clean up after yourself because they'll put the honey away. Oh, forgot what a snack. I'm obsessed with macadamia nuts. You're not supposed to eat macadamia nuts. They're very, very fattening. Natural fat, right? Put that in my lunchbox bag. Yeah. Put it away. Pull out the tray that's got my toothbrush. Well, we're going to get really up and close now. That's what you think. Actually, I need to get a new toothbrush. It's still another day done. It's a face toner. So good. You are that? The only thing is I don't have a towel here to wash my face or my hands. Toilet paper. Put that in my red bin. Alright. So I always bang on about natural stuff. So I have a range of natural skincares because skin is the fastest way to get things into your bloodstream. So what you put on your face and your skin goes straight into your bloodstream, right? So if you use, I'll tell you a story actually, guys. Yesterday I was walking past a cosmetic shop, right? And out because it's Mother's Day coming up, they had this beautiful range of rose smelling perfumes and cream, like I'm going to do right now. And it smelled wonderful, right? It smelled like rose. But do you know what? I got the massive headache after it because I don't use toxic chemicals anymore. Like I have natural perfumes, and once you start going chemically free, like non-toxic stuff, when you I had it all on my hands yesterday and it stunk. It was so and then I had a shower last night and washed it off. It still smelt. So it's so interesting that like the chemical ones, they really stay on your body, which is I guess what they paid to do, right? Stay on your body. But it gave me a headache. So it was very interesting. And I'm not allergic to stuff like that. But now that I'm like trying to be like cleaner living, it really hurt. All right. Dora, bye. Gary, take care. See ya, Kirst. Oh, see you, Susan. I'm about to go anyway. Hey, Deb. I'm about to go, Deb. Last thing I do, I love my castor oil, right? I always put a little bit of castor oil on my eyes when I wake up in the morning. And then when I go, I always put a bit on my eyes too before I go. Oh, I love it. And I try to fill in my eyebrows. This is now becoming like makeup with Dora. I can't see properly. Again, non-toxic stuff. Makeup's really toxic. All right, that's done. Okay. What time is it? 8:29. Perfect timing, guys. All right. I need to do up this, clean up my bed area so that when I come home this afternoon, it's nice and clean. There we go. Whoops. That's my little... Oh, pair of socks, random socks. What's this? Oh, shirt. Okay, I need that for today. My jumper. Okay, I've got a whole lot of clothes I need to put away. Okay, that's my put away pile. All right. Then I put this back on here. My bed area is ready. Cup of tea. It's only me drinking it, guys, so that's why I didn't even bother. Oh, look, guys. This is what happens when chocos grow. They start growing. So I've kept these ones because I'm going to grow them in Mel's backyard. So Mel will have lots and lots of chocos. And chocos are so good. You can use the leaves. You can use them in salads. You can, oh, so versatile. Stay tuned for cooking with Dora in her new kitchen. And we're going to be cooking with chocos. Of course, we have to put our little turtle. Turtle. Earrings. Oh, water. Flap a bottle of water. So guys, I'm about ready to go. So if you guys just want to start saying goodbye to each other, I'm sure you already have. Because I'm just turning off the lights and filling up my water thing. One. So I'm going to fill up the water thingy jiggy. Probably bring one more in there. So thanks for joining me this morning for Campervan Diaries. So, one left, oh, that's it there. It needs to come with us. Phone, just wipe down the table. As I said, I really like to come home and have, you know, the camper van clean so that, you know, you don't feel like you've got a headache when you walk through the door. That's my way of dealing with living in a small space, is to have it clean. And in my real life, back at home, I'm a bit of a tornado. Like, I come into a room, I whirl around like, and there's just stuff everywhere I walk. So to have this space quite clean for me is amazing. So that's probably one of the biggest things that's come out of campervan life, is that, you know, I'm a little bit more organised, if you could call this organised chaos. Okay, got to get everything out the door. Oops. All right, let's leave this door open again. Whoa. There's a little lock here somewhere. There we go. So Jayco, oh, it's called a Jayco Eagle. The eagle has landed. And I'm the eagle. Okay, let me get rid of the rubbish. Rubbish. I'm just going to take that out and leave that here. I'll deal with that later. Let's fix this up again. Close that up. Not that there's any mosquitoes now. Okay, now we need to go. So guys, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed Campervan Diaries. This could be my last Campervan Diaries, guys. I'm not sure. I think we've probably got about 1 or 2 more nights, and then, yeah, we're done. Actually, before we go, guys, let's pick a beautiful mandarin. Oh, that looks nice, that one there. That'll be nice for lunch. So guys, have an awesome day, or evening, should I say. Kirsty and Matt, good night. And Debbie Sue, Gary, M, Lauren, I don't know who else is there, I forgot. If I forgot you, I still love you. Oh, hold on. Have a good evening. Just going to, these are the rags that I've been washing and reusing, so that we don't have to keep on using paper towel or something. All right, guys, I'm going to go to the toilet and I'm going to go. See you guys. Bye.